Wassail, beautiful people. I'm giggling because I feel like you can't see me because I'm blending with the room. So, we're going to start a new series, which is about shamanic currency and galactic dividends. We're going to do it zodiac sign by zodiac sign, but it is really important, can I just stress, really important that you actually get your natal charts out and look at every single reading, because there's something for us to glean from each of these readings. I'm beginning with Aries, but I'm not sure it'll be Taurus next. I'm leaving that open to the magic of the deck. So currently we're looking at Aries. So sunny. So we've got Sun in Aries, Moon in Aries. So here we're looking at action and assertive independence, but also we have the North Node retrograding through Aries currently. Chiron is also in Aries, as is Eris, giving us this sense of, Maz is having a move. She's just behind me there, look. Life's destined purpose, be healed, moral compass challenges. So that gives you a clue that to move forwards with your North Node. And everybody, this is a North Node in Aries. It is a starting point on a collective astrology. But Aries will be a particular house for you. So look at your house and where Aries falls, which house is Aries, and you will get clues as to what you can be working with at the moment. For me, personally, right now, 9 degrees is my nodal return. North Node Aries, South Node Libra. And I don't know what that will bring, except it's a huge change. But we're all experiencing massive collective changes because of the fact that the node is in the collective house 1. So I'm just going to say Aries, I am action, I am inaction, or I am daring and I am cautious. Those two things. Daring action. Dare you take some action to transform. I want to say to revive. There's this really strong energy just at the moment to step away from the idea of transformation and put yourself into a revival. Can't say that very well. So North Node, life's destined purpose. I am stationary or I am journeying. Stationary is really important because Aries right now, everything seems to be retrograding there. So I am journeying. Chiron, I am ill or I am healed. Be healed. The 13-stringed lyre of Olympus. And then I am chaotic or I am ordered. The rebel, the ego leveler. So that's kind of where it begins. I also want to say that because these two are kind of, this is an asteroid. This is an asteroid dwarf planet, can't quite explain, could be a bit of a comet. But there are 13, beautiful number, as you know, inspirational asteroids inside Aries at the moment. Aphrodite, Penelope, Nymph, Academia, Enterprise, Felicitas, Circe, Musa, Archangel, Asteroid, Michael or Michelle, Fortuna, and Thetis. And Thetis is in conjunction with the nodes. So I'm going to put those cards back in the deck, give the deck a shuffle, and then let's see. We have 4 different sections to this reading. So the first section is the shamanic currency. What do I mean by that? So the shamanic currency is the shamanic, the spiritual properties on offer, resonating in Aries right now. And I'm focusing the astrology on the Lionsgate portal of the 8th of the 8th. Just to give us a marking point, there'll be other August readings, but for this shamanic currency, what's currently coming towards us through this portal. So, what's the shamanic currency? What's out there? What's winking at us? What's whistling for our attention? What's calling to us? I want to say what's flirting with us. There's an awful lot of... There's sex asteroids down here. There's flirtatious asteroids. They're all very positive, but there's all a little bit something cheeky going on. So we have Make as an opening here. Cosmic egg hunting, environmental wisdom, the timbre of the natural world. I kind of would like 2 or 3 cards for each section. That's so weird. I'm not even sure I'm going to use the runes. Oh no, 4. It's because I agreed not to use the runes suddenly. So, what do we have? We have Characlo. She's currently retrograding in Aquarius. Graceful enforcer of boundaries. Jupiter. Huge cleansing frequency. And then semi-sextile. So, initially, I would say there's something of a sense of victory, achievement, but it has to be a feat. So the well-tempered warrior is where you're aiming for, but Make is the creator god of the Rapa Nui on Easter Island with the big heads. Big heads. And this is Akashic remembrances. Returning unbroken dreams to the world. This is what I mean about revival. There's something lost that's to be refound currently in this house Aries energy, wherever it is in your natal chart. Look and see what you have in there. Personally, I have Saturn in there. And Saturn is the apex of a couple of my yods. So I would be looking at currently, oh, you see now immediately it's answered something that's just been there. This semi-sextile is 30 degrees. It's a 9/8 rhythm. It's a tangible path of potential. So look at your house. Oh, you see it's answering, it's answering me in a double way. So Saturn for me is, I think, at 27 degrees. And so it's asking you to look at what is currently 30 degrees away from things in Aries. Whatever you have in Aries, even if you have nothing in Aries, look for what is 30 degrees before in Pisces and 30 degrees after in Taurus, because it's talking about a transitional energy that is so close now that it's pushing something. So at the moment, I would say for me, we're looking at lifting the fog of restrictions because Neptune's at 27 degrees Pisces. And then I don't really have any of the major planetary bodies in Taurus. But it would be about fixing in a new clarity somehow. So this is what we're looking at here. The shamanic energy available to us is this great cleansing. So I am wild or I am tempered. I think there's also this energy of seeing nature spirits. So this Rapa Nui, they would have a competition. It's a bit Olympics. They would have a competition and everyone would dive into the sea and swim across to the other island where the birds nest. They would collect an egg and then they would have to swim back and climb a cliff. And it was the first contestant, let's call them, or warrior, that came back. And it is the well-tempered warrior because you have to not break the egg. They would then become the channel for the tribes for a period of time until the next race. So there's something about an opening channel of energy. There is this kindred spirit message to become more open to the nature spirits around us, ancestor tributes, so an acknowledgement of the spiritual warrior work you've done to clear your ancestral lineage, albeit 306 years. That's interesting because that's 3 and the 6, that's the Tesla code polarity trap that holds us in a particular dimension, but sat in the middle of it is the cosmic egg of eruption. It's interesting because there's the competitiveness. That's something which we possibly need to be looking at to address to move forwards. I don't feel that the main body of energy as we move forwards is about competitiveness. That's a dying frequency, which is interesting when we're looking at sporting events and competition. Yeah, loss of faith in humankind, but not, that doesn't mean a loss of faith in humankind, full stop, I don't want to be here. It's a loss of faith in how humankind is currently operating. Leaping ahead like a fool without wisdom. You need to think about this. I'm also going to say, have a look at, yeah, Taurus is on here already, and we've just said 30 degrees forwards into the future is Taurus. Also, have a look at Sagittarius, mutable fire energy. Then Chariklo, I am stressed, I am soothed. Chariklo is a graceful enforcer of boundaries. Chariklo is talking here energetically about calling her frequency in to recharge sacred possessions. But actually, your most sacred possession is your body, where you live, where you are housed. So Chariklo is, she's the consort, the partner of Chiron. And she can be water nymph or she can be centaur. She changes a lot. She's the law of shamanic health. So the shamanic currency available in Aries to everybody at the moment is health, a transformation in our health. Soothing neural network. She's the nervous system, just as Chiron is the nervous system. And then we have, again, we've got Sagittarius coming in with Jupiter. So that's a house you need to look at links to. Check it out now. So, energy wings, cleansing. This is a real energy to clean up our frequencies, to transform our divine consciousness nestled in our divine vessel. But remember, the vessel belongs to the earth. Yeah, it belongs to the divine because everything does. But what I mean is, it's about earthing in a new, healthier frequency. And then semi-sextile, 9/8 rhythm. We've got lower heart. So we've got F and G and B flat. I might have to edit the video as I turn this on, but I need to get the piano because I feel like I need to hum you those. And la 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 while it gets going. La 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 la, because it makes a noise and plays adverts. So We have actually, the nervous system seems really quite easily aligned at this moment if you look into what you have in Aries. Lapping waves and ebbing new life. So this is, I am pessimistic, I am optimistic. Which do you want to be? Although saying that, I am the eternal optimist. And there are times which people don't quite understand where ceaseless optimism can actually be slightly annoying. It's kind of pronoia, where it doesn't matter what comes towards you, you still believe the best in everything, which is a good state to be in, but it can be quite stressful at times. So this is Anatolian folk dance. That's making me again think of ancient Olympics. Anatolia being part of ancient Greece. So, you know, borders shift, borders move. So what do we have here? Building blocks. Working with the cosmos to create fresh cycles. Earthbound. And that's in the shadow side, but it's not in this sense. Because we're higher up, we're at 57, we're in the aspects, the rhythmic transformations. It's important to be earthbound. We have to be earthbound, but we have to be aware of our cosmic origins too. This talks about being trapped in thought patterns, trapped in old patterns. Because this is Aries, house 1, that's about transformation. So if you're looking 30 degrees back into what you have in Pisces, that will give you clues as to what the patterns are anchored around so that you can transform them and begin this new journey. Waiting for a collective sign. The collective sign is here. It started on the solar eclipse in Aries. And it had a lunar eclipse obviously before that. So, I feel like we need to move on to the next part. Otherwise, this is going to be 12 hours long. So, cosmic balance sheet. Wrong deck. So, the cosmic balance sheet. There's so much heat building up. There's so much cardinal fire coming into me. So, what is the current cosmic balance sheet that's in Aries? It's really interesting. So there's one on the floor and one in the deck. Let's get the one on the floor. One on the floor is Moon in Aquarius. Moon in Aquarius is the precipitous outpouring of love, a climactic crescendo. So here you need to look individually at what you might have in Aquarius on your natal chart, because that will give you clues as to what the balance sheet state is and what's ready to be harvested. So, and it has Moon in Capricorn. So there's something about looking retrograde, because they're all in retrograde here now in Aquarius, in Aries. So look back, see what you have in Aquarius. I actually have my Moon in Aquarius, but then you're going back as well into Capricorn. There's something about in between here, Pluto right now. So have a look on your charts at where your Pluto is. So here we have triads and major seconds. It's all around the key of F major here. We already had the F here, which is the lower heart, how we react to the environment, and soothing our nervous systems. This is the whole, oh no, it's not, it's a triad of FAB. So I'm going to play you that. So that's got this energy. Of the augmented fourth, the devil's interval. But I always think of the devil's interval as being a sense of opposition. It's the natural halfway mark between an octave. So there's something here about crown consciousness coming down into the heart, the lower heart, into the natural world. So plugging yourself into the natural world intuitively with the A, and the A is here twice. So one of the key words I want to talk about here is sanctuary architects. What are you building for yourself moving forwards now? Because the world is transforming, the collective is transforming. You need to identify what you would like to build, but you need to go backwards to look almost and see what your patterns are through Pisces, into Aquarius, into Capricorn, especially as Pluto is about to move into Aquarius from Capricorn for 20 years. 17th of November. The future planning of known paths. You have to plan now for the future. This is a climactic crescendo. It's almost like there's this enormous build-up and then just like the ticking of the metronome. Nothing's changing. It's waiting for you to stop the metronome, to be still, and to allow that precipitous outpouring of love to come in as you. Your divine aspect is your precipitous outpouring of love, and wire it in through the heart, into the sacral, into the earth. And that will give you the opportunity to walk a new pathway. So, I'm commonplace, I am unique. You were commonplace until you made yourself unique, is the energy I want to say. You've worked to identify your uniqueness. And I am dangerous or I am safe is the back of Moon in Capricorn. So a precipitous outpouring of love to create competent inner values, filling yourself with loving competency. So the next part of this reading is, what do you need to deposit into House Aries to access what's available? Oh, see, that's really, I mean, they've flown out immediately. What do you need to deposit? This is exactly the message I got doing my own reading this morning. You need to bring your personal magic, your loving magic, your south node, all the way into your north node. Personal grimoire, your magical spell book, your grimoire. Past lives. There's something very... We have Regulus and we have Scorpio. And the colouring on these cards is talking about a very enriched, super saturated third heart frequency. It's like deep sea green, aquamarine, a bluey, strong, tungsten, tough frequency that needs to be wired in. 86968. That's a mirror. It's a palindromic number. 86968. There's a turnaround here. Deep X-ray diving. Oh, you see, it's that line. From subliminal masks to supraliminal truths. So subliminal masks are the masks we wear. We're not aware of them, but we wear them. We're not aware. We wear them. And then supraliminal truths are when you take off, when you shed the masks, the skins, when you come into your true mystically magical vulnerability, which is a superpower, it's a strength, it's your tungsten. This is when you reach a truth before the truth of who you are in this particular incarnation. Shadow seductions. You need to be seduced by your shadows. You need to enjoy diving deep inside your fears. The rumble of the subwoofer speaker below everything. Get into your element. Regulus. Self-coronation. Bringing your crown energy all the way down through your feet and into the ground. That's what you need to deposit your consciousness into the earth. That's what it's asking for. And then finally, what are the galactic dividends paying? What are they bringing to us? So warm. What are they bringing? What are the galactic dividends? Whoa! Go a long way. This is a done deal. Once you do pull your consciousness in, it's a done deal. I'm not sure I can reach. That one's gone so far away. And I've just thrown it in the air and dropped it again. So here, two very beautiful things. So the nodes, south node is the dragon's tail. It's like the last part of us that walks through something. And it's almost here you're being asked to flick your tail up and pull your crown energy. The head of the dragon is missing. But the blood of the dragon, Poimander, is here. Aqua Regia. Polyphony, all over the place. Need to move. Polyphony to unison, coming into unity with an aspect of your destiny, because we're going to be doing every single zodiac sign and they're all going to have different energies. So there's something about fixing your emotions into peace. But you are going to have to break some rules. And I mean your spiritual rules. I mean your physical characteristics. These things have to be transformed. So Poimander, I'm going to read you the back of Poimander because this is Poi Poi. I am Poimander. Now Poimander, for those that don't know, was the dragon that appeared to Hermes Trismegistus, he of the Emerald Tablets, and said, I am the mind of everything. So this is Poimander. Mind, dragon of creation, mason of the multiverses, establisher of every known law, L-O-R-E, ineffable and unknowable universal oneness. On the shadow aspects, I am Poimander, because it's oneness. The only difference here, it says mind, dragon of creation, mason of the multiverses, establisher of every known law. The laws that humans make, as opposed to the law, L-O-R-E, that the divine makes. Rule breaking. And then we have Hygeia. It's so funny. Hygeia is currently in Aries, but by the 8th, she will have slipped to about 3 degrees of Taurus. It's holistic gut love. It's time signatures, but it's also the energy of the Vorda, the spirit of time. And you see, we often think of this spirit of time as being something that's always been with us, and it has. But we see it as a kind of time spirit, but really it is the combined presence of the bacteria within you and around you. And it is, again, the lower heart, the lower heart. There's something here within this cardinal fire of Aries that's just saying, bring your consciousness, your crown down into the earth, and all will be all will be well. So I am separate, which we are. We have to acknowledge our separation, but also I am collective. Even when you see yourself separate, you're still a collection of the symbiotic relationship with you and all your bacteria. So this is the rainbow's kiss ending a storm. Just play with that idea. Astrally neutralized ancient biome traumas. A physical healing is on offer. This is Aries and Cancer. Which is interesting because Hygeia then is kind of cardinal ideas and cardinal emotions. But somehow you've got to pull those in and plant them. I just keep seeing the energy of a crown like this being turned this way up so that its spikes can be really earthed, as if underneath each of your feet as you walk, you're walking with this coronation energy. Let's do it like that. You're walking with divine frequency. So that's the reading here. I'm on fire. And I don't know which one I'll do next. I'm excited to see. I'm actually going to let the deck choose by going through the deck, shuffling and waiting to see which one comes out next. I feel like it ought to be Libra so that we go to where the South Node is. But look, the musical alchemy of astrology deck will decide for itself. So for now, wassail.